The biggest book change in the premiere is not a battle tactic. It is a missing person. Nettles does not appear to be waiting somewhere off-screen for a dramatic entrance. Rhaena has taken Sheepstealer into the Battle of the Gullet, which means the show has reassigned the dragon, the narrative function, and possibly the future tragedy. This is not replacing one rider with another, like changing a name on a tournament bracket. Nettles is an outsider whose existence challenges Targaryen exceptionalism. Rhaena is inside the family. Moving Sheepstealer between them changes what the entire conflict can mean. Full fire and blood. Spoilers from here. Nettles is a young lowborn woman who claims Sheepstealer through patience, repeatedly feeding the wild dragon until trust becomes possible. Her bond is important because it may not fit the clean rule that only obvious Valyrian ancestry can command dragons. She later fights beside Daemon and becomes the focus of Rhaenyra's suspicion. Depending on which unreliable account you believe, their relationship may be romantic, paternal, strategic, or some mixture history cannot untangle. The uncertainty is the point. Nettles makes the official story of blood and legitimacy much harder to keep official. Rhaena does not challenge blood supremacy in the same way. She is Daemon's daughter, Rhaenyra's stepdaughter, and unquestionably part of the ruling dynasty. Her bond with Sheepstealer can become a story about worth, neglect, and a young woman finally claiming the power her family measures people by. That is emotionally strong, but philosophically different. The dragon no longer chooses an outsider who may disprove the family's myth. It chooses the family member who felt excluded from it. The show gains a personal arc and loses some social danger. Unless, of course, it moves that social danger into Hugh, Ulf, and Adam. The premiere makes the adaptation change much larger by placing Rhaena inside the chain of events around Jace's death. Sheepstealer's uncontrolled intervention disrupts the battle and forces reactions in the air. That does not make Rhaena the sole cause. The triarchy, the trap, the harpoon, and Jace's choices all matter. But stories run on emotional causality, not insurance reports. Rhaenyra may associate Rhaenyra's arrival with the moment everything became unrecoverable. The book's conflict can now shift from jealousy over Daemon and Nettles to blame between a grieving stepmother and the daughter who survived. If Rhaenyra turns against Rhaena, Daemon's future choice becomes brutally simple and therefore dramatically powerful. Does he defend his daughter against his wife and queen? Does he treat Rhaena as a soldier responsible for disobedience? Or does he recognize that the family built a child around dragon expectations and then act surprised when the dragon behaves like a dragon? In the book, Daemon's defense of Nettles can be read through romance, rebellion, or affection. With Rhaena, blood removes that ambiguity but adds paternal failure. The show may be trading mystery for accountability, which could change Daemon's endgame. If Nettles is truly removed, several future stories must be redistributed. Rhaenyra's paranoia needs a new target. Daemon needs a new reason to separate from her. Sheepstealer needs a destination. Rhaena needs consequences for entering the battle. And the show must decide whether any character still challenges the idea that dragons belong naturally to Valyrian blood. My prediction is that Jace's death becomes the hinge connecting all of those problems. Rhaenyra may not fear Rhaenyra as an outsider. She may fear her as the family member whose freedom cost too much. That could rewrite the dance from the inside out. Did the show simplify Nettles out of the story, or quietly replace her with a more explosive family conflict?